Assalamu alaikum students. I am fine and I hope all of you are fine and healthy and enjoying the blessings of this holy month of Ramadan. As you all know that we have stepped into the second Ashra of Ramadan that starts from 11th of Ramadan and will end on 20th of Ramadan. The second Ashra of Ramadan is also called the Ashra for Forgiveness. रमज़ान का जो दूसरा अशरा है इसको मग़फ़िरत का अशरा भी कहते हैं और इसकी एक दुआ है जो मैं आपके साथ शेयर करना चाहती हूँ। अस्तग़फ़िरुल्लाह रब्बी मिन कुल्लि ज़ंबि व अतूबु इलैह। मैं अल्लाह से तमाम गुनाहों की बख्शिश मांगता हूँ जो मेरा रब है और इसकी तरफ रुजू करता हूँ। Recite this verse or dua as much as you can. Beg for forgiveness for yourself and your family members and for whole ummah. Before starting today's class, I want to share with you the value of this week, that is respect others. So I just want to say, treat others the way you want to be treated. So respect others so that you also can be respected. Now moving to our class. So we are studying unit number 6. Today our topic is the forms of energy. Students, in our previous class, if you do remember, we have read two basic types of energy. The very first type is called kinetic energy and the second type is called potential energy. But today we will study some of the basic forms of energy. So let's start. The very first form we will study is called mechanical energy. The next form of energy we will study is called electrical energy. The next form of energy is called light energy. Another form of energy is called nuclear energy. There is another form of energy which is called chemical energy. Next form of energy is sound energy. And the last form of energy that we will study is heat energy. So, in general, we will study these 7 forms of energy. We will study their basic definitions, their sources, and the uses of all these forms of energies. So, let's start. First of all, we will study mechanical energy. Let's see its definition. Energy present in a body due to its motion and position is called mechanical energy. Students, as you know that if a body possesses energy due to its motion, then that type of energy is called kinetic energy. And if a body possesses energy due to its position, then this is called potential energy. So when a body can do work due to both its motion and position, so the form of energy will be called mechanical energy. We can use a single word instead of kinetic and potential, that is mechanical energy. So we can write another very simple definition of mechanical energy, that is mechanical energy is equal to kinetic energy plus potential energy, or the sum of kinetic and potential energies. A very simple example and basic example of mechanical energy is human beings, means ourselves. Obviously, we can move from one place to another, so we possess kinetic energy. And we can also do work due to our position. Because we change our position, we move towards height and then down. So we can do work due to our position, so we also possess potential energy. When these two types of energy combine, they make mechanical energy. Or in other words, we can say muscular energy, because we use our muscular energy to do our daily activities or to do work. So we can say we possess mechanical or muscular energy. Let's discuss some of the other examples of mechanical energy. The very first example is a moving clock. A moving clock is at some height, so it possesses potential energy. Also, the needles of the clock are moving, so they possess kinetic energy. So as a whole, a clock possesses mechanical energy. Another example is a moving fan. Fan is at some height, that is potential energy. Also, the fan is moving, so that is kinetic energy. So when these two forms of energy combine, they make mechanical energy. So as a whole, we can say that a fan possesses mechanical energy. Next example is a girl on a swing. The girl is swinging. So girl is at some height and also moving. So as a whole, we can say that this girl possesses mechanical energy. Next form of energy that we are going to study is electrical energy. Students, this word electrical is derived from a word electricity. And if you can see here, this word electro, that word is derived from the word electrons. I think you know what are electrons. Electrons are the basic charged particles that are present within the nucleus of every atom. So when these charges flow, they make electric current or electricity. And the energy that we get from electricity is called electrical energy. हमारी हर इलेक्ट्रिकल अप्लायंस में जो एनर्जी होती है इलेक्ट्रॉन्स की वजह से या चार्जेस की वजह से, उसको हम कहते हैं इलेक्ट्रिकल एनर्जी. और ये जो वर्ड है ये निकला भी इलेक्ट्रॉन से ही है. सो लेट्स सी सम ऑफ द सोर्सेज ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिकल एनर्जी. The very first source is sun. Sun contains thermal energy and we can convert that thermal energy into electrical energy. Next form is water. Water से जो power plants बनते हैं उनको हम कहते हैं hydro power plants. Water, ये hydro का मतलब है water. तो hydro power plants that makes electricity by using water. Nuclear power plants in which we use petrol and atoms and different chemical reactions to generate electricity. Then there are generators and batteries. A very best example of battery from which we can get electrical energy is UPS. So these are some sources of electrical energy. Now let us discuss some of the examples of electrical energy. A pedestal fan. Obviously this fan requires electrical energy to start, so this fan possesses electrical energy. And a light bulb, obviously bulb requires electrical energy to start up, so bulb also possesses electrical energy. Next we are going to study heat energy. Heat is a form of energy that is given out by hot bodies. By hot bodies we mean the bodies with high temperature. जितना ज़्यादा किसी ऑब्जेक्ट का टेम्परेचर होगा वो हॉट होती जाएगी और उतनी ज़्यादा वो हीट एनर्जी इमिट करेगी. सो हीट एनर्जी इज गिवन आउट बाय एवरी हॉट ऑब्जेक्ट और एवरी हॉट बॉडी. लेट्स सी सम ऑफ द सोर्सेज ऑफ हीट एनर्जी. One of the very big source of heat energy is sun. Next is burning fuel. Obviously, by burning fuel, we get a lot of heat energy. The food we take also provide us heat energy. And frictional forces. Students, whenever the motion of an object is opposed by the force of friction, that object produces heat energy. फ्रिक्शन का एक इफेक्ट है कि वो जब भी फ्रिक्शन की फोर्स एक्ट करती है वो हीट एनर्जी प्रोड्यूस करती है. सो वी ऑल्सो गेट हीट एनर्जी बाय द फ्रिक्शनल फोर्सेस. Let us see some of the examples from our daily life. The very first example is the fire on which we cook our food, and the next example is electric iron. By using this iron we get heat energy in result of electricity. Now we will discuss light energy. So that is a very simple word. Light means we see in the presence of light. So light is a form of energy that travels in the form of waves. Light जो है ये हमेशा waves की form में travel करती है. And obviously अगर light नहीं होगी तो हम देख नहीं सकेंगे. Let's see some of the sources of light energy. A very big source of light energy is sun. We also get light energy from light bulbs, from candles. By burning fuel we get light energy. Students, I want that you write examples from your daily life or from your surroundings. आपने वो examples नहीं लिखने जो मैं आपको बता रही हूँ. These are the examples just for the sake of understanding. आपने खुद से examples लिखनी है. So let's see some of the examples of light energy. A candle, a burning candle, obviously that provides us light energy. A torch light, that also provides us light energy. Now we are going to study sound energy. Sound energy means आवाज. तो आवाज से जो एनर्जी प्रोड्यूस होगी उसको हम साउंड एनर्जी कहेंगे. So sound is produced due to vibrations. Whenever an object vibrates, that produces sound. For example, the sound is produced from the vibrations of our vocal cords. जब हमारे vocal cords vibrate करते हैं तो sound produce होती है. इसी तरह से जब भी कोई ऑब्जेक्ट वाइब्रेट करेगा, लाइक एक गिटार है, अगर आप उसके स्ट्रिंग को प्लग करेंगे तो वो वाइब्रेट करेंगे जिससे साउंड प्रोड्यूस होगी। ड्रम है, उसको अगर आप स्ट्राइक करेंगे तो उससे भी साउंड एनर्जी प्रोड्यूस होगी। व्हेन यू नॉक एट द डोर्स यू प्रोड्यूस साउंड एनर्जी। So let's see some of the examples. Obviously music that produces sound energy, and a person playing guitar that also produces sound energy. Next form of energy that we are going to study is chemical energy. केमिकल, ये जो वर्ड निकला है ना, ये केमिकल रिएक्शन से बेसिकली निकला है। तो जो रिएक्शंस के रिजल्ट में एनर्जी प्रोड्यूस होती है उसको हम कहते हैं केमिकल एनर्जी। सो लेट्स सी इट्स डेफिनेशन. Chemical energy is present in food, fuels, and other substances. We also get chemical energy during chemical reactions. By burning fuel, we get chemical energy. Animals get chemical energy from the food they eat. Because our food is a mixture of many chemicals. तो वो जब वो हम उनको खाते हैं तो हमारी बॉडी में जाके रिएक्ट करते हैं, उन रिएक्शन से जो एनर्जी प्रोड्यूस होती है उसको हम कहते हैं केमिकल एनर्जी. सो लेट्स सी सम ऑफ द सोर्सेज ऑफ केमिकल एनर्जी. The very first source, that is chemical reactions. The food we take, fuel we burn, and we also get chemical energy from batteries and cells. Let's see some of the examples of chemical energy. The very first example is a cell or a battery that contains charged particles, and there are many chemical reactions that take place in a cell. So basically a cell contains chemical energy. And another example is wood, because when we burn wood, wood undergoes many chemical reactions and we get coal at the end. Last but not least, we are going to study nuclear energy. Students, this word nuclear is derived from the word nucleus of an atom. Obviously, we all know about the nucleus of an atom, that is the central part of every atom which contains protons and neutrons, and electrons revolve around the nucleus of atom. So basically in nuclear energy we study two basic types of reaction. The first reaction is fission reaction. That is a very large reaction. Large scale पे ये reaction करवाते हैं. It is not easy to handle. It is not easy to control. Here we are going to study the definition just. Basically, fission reaction is the breaking up of one large atom. Whenever a large atom breaks up, it releases a large amount of energy. For example, atom bomb. जब भी atom bomb या bomb blast होता है तो उसके रिजल्ट में क्या होता है, बहुत ज़्यादा रेडिएशंस प्रोड्यूस होती हैं, हीट एनर्जी प्रोड्यूस होती है, साउंड एनर्जी प्रोड्यूस होती है. So whenever an atom breaks up, that releases a large amount of energy, and that reaction is called fission reaction. Next reaction is called fusion reaction. Fusion reaction is the inverse of fission reaction. Means in fission reaction we study about the breaking up of an atom, but in fusion reaction two small nuclei combine to form one large nucleus. जब छोटे छोटे एलिमेंट्स मिलके एक लार्ज एटम बनाते हैं तो उस रिएक्शन को हम कहते हैं फ्यूजन रिएक्शन. And the very best example of fusion reaction is sun. The sun is giving out large amount of heat energy and light energy due to this fusion reaction that is taking place on sun from the last billions of years. सन से जितनी भी हीट और लाइट एनर्जी हमारे पास आती है ये फ्यूजन रिएक्शन के रिजल्ट में आती है जो कि सूरज के ऊपर मुसलसल हो रहा है. That is a very close picture of sun in which you can see that sun is a huge ball of fire, heat, light and sound energy. Now we are going to study another topic that is again a very important topic and relates the different forms of energy. So the title of the topic is Interconversion of Energy. There is a very important law that is called Law of Conservation of Energy, which states energy can never be made nor it can be destroyed, but it can change its form from one form to another form. मतलब एनर्जी किसने बनाई है किसी ने, कोई साइंटिस्ट है जिसने एनर्जी बनाई हो या प्रोड्यूस की हो? नो. एनर्जी इज अ नेचुरल फिनोमिना. ये नेचर में एग्जिस्ट करती है, एक नेचुरल फिनोमिना है. तो जब हम इसको बना नहीं सकते हैं तो हम इसको डिस्ट्रॉय भी नहीं कर सकते हैं, बट हम क्या करते हैं, हम एनर्जी को एक फॉर्म से दूसरी फॉर्म में कन्वर्ट कर देते हैं. वेरी सिंपल एग्जांपल is consider a moving fan. A fan requires electrical energy to start up. इलेक्ट्रिकल एनर्जी जब हम उसको प्रोवाइड करते हैं, बटन ऑन करते हैं, फैन ऑन हो जाता है, तो इलेक्ट्रिकल एनर्जी किस में कन्वर्ट हो जाती है? मैकेनिकल एनर्जी में. So electrical energy of moving fan is converted into mechanical energy of fan, and that mechanical energy in return converted from mechanical energy to sound energy and wind energy. मतलब पंखा हवा भी देता है और उसके साथ साथ साउंड भी प्रोड्यूस होती है. So in this way interconversion of energy continues. हम क्या करते हैं? हम उस एनर्जी को यूज करते हैं, हम उसको यूटिलाइज कर लेते हैं अपने कमरों को ठंडा करने के लिए. So in this way interconversion of energy continues, but we cannot destroy energy. Here is another example of interconversion of energy. Let us consider this cycle. On ground, the energy of this man with the cycle is kinetic energy. When this man starts to climb up and it reaches the highest point, the energy is converted from kinetic energy to potential energy. And when this man moves down towards the ground, this potential energy is converted to the kinetic energy of moving bicycle. So in this way, interconversion of energy happens. Now I am going to discuss a very simple process that happens in nature and also obeys the law of conservation of energy. That is also given in your book. You can make heading of natural process. For that we need to consider a pond of water. As we all know that water contains kinetic energy because water keeps on moving, so it contains kinetic energy. During daytime when sun arises, and sun contains thermal energy, means that gives out heat energy and sun rays. So when these sun rays falls on the surface of water, they heat up the water molecules, and water molecules start to evaporate from the surface of water in the form of water vapors. They gain energy, their temperature rises, and they begin to evaporate from the surface of water. So what happens? They move up with the air molecules and they form clouds. So the kinetic energy, here you can see this kinetic energy of moving water is converted into the mechanical energy or the potential energy of these clouds, because the clouds are at height. So these clouds possess potential energy. Now these clouds move from one place to another place. So this potential energy is converted into the mechanical energy of moving clouds. Now let us consider that these clouds reach an area with lower temperature, so that they cool down and they fell down in the form of raindrops, and they are collected in the form of a pond of water. So what happened? The mechanical energy of these moving clouds is again converted into the kinetic energy of running water. So in this way, interconversion of energy continues from kinetic energy to potential energy, from potential energy to mechanical energy, and then again from mechanical energy to kinetic energy of running water. So it is a natural process. So we see that nature also obeys the law of conservation of energy. Students, at the end, we are going to study a very important natural phenomena and very important definition, that is soil erosion. The kinetic energy of flowing water takes soil particles with itself, which is called soil erosion. You can see in the picture that the water is running down and it takes away some of the soil particles with itself. That causes soil erosion. Now I am going to conclude my class. So let's make a conclusion. Energy can be transformed from one form to another, but the total amount of energy remains constant or same. Students, this is a very important conclusion. We can change energy from one form to another form, but we cannot change the total amount of energy. मीन्स जितनी स्टार्ट पे एनर्जी होगी एंड पे भी उतनी ही एनर्जी आएगी. हम उसकी क्वांटिटी को ज़्यादा या कम नहीं कर सकते, हम सिर्फ उसको एक फॉर्म से दूसरी फॉर्म में कन्वर्ट कर सकते हैं. So you need to memorize this conclusion that energy can only be transformed from one form to another, but we cannot change the total amount of energy. That's all for today. I hope all of you have understood. Take care of yourself and your family members. दुआ करें, सबके लिए दुआ करें, मेरे लिए भी दुआ करें, अपने लिए भी दुआ करें. ख्याल रखें अपना, अपनी फैमिली मेम्बर्स का ख्याल रखें और दुआओं में याद रखें. खुदा हाफिज़.